Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. If you've been trying to lose belly fat, but you've been struggling and you notice that your energy low, you notice that you're having brain fog, you're feeling just sluggish and stressed, most trainers will tell you that it's, hey, you need to get your calories on point. Hey, you need to, do more cardio. Oh, you need to do more ab workouts. But I'm going to tell you, it's actually not any of those things, okay? The real thing is your hormones, okay? Because some people have heard of this little T word called testosterone. A lot of guys don't even know testosterone is a hormone, okay? Very important that you realize this. And women, this is not just for men when I'm talking about hormones. It's also for y'all as well. And so if you're having a hard time losing weight, you have a lot of visceral fat, whether it's the belly fat in the front or you have the muffin tops, whatever it is, this is a podcast you're going to want to listen to. All right. And so here's the thing. A couple of things. When it comes to having belly fat, you have to understand how to not just dial in your nutrition, because it is important, but you have to manage your stress, guys. We have a hormone called cortisol. If you don't understand how to manage your stress, this cortisol increases in our body. Like, we're all human, even myself. I get stressed on a daily basis too, but I have systems and strategies and structure to manage my stress. A lot of people, what I see happening is when they get stressed, they have very busy and demanding careers, they find themselves eating junk food, snacking throughout the day, emotionally eating at nighttime, overeating at nighttime, skipping meals. Guys, people don't even realize, because I get a lot of people who say this to me. If you're skipping breakfast and you're skipping maybe even lunch as well, it's increasing your stress. Plus, you have all these demanding things that you do in your career, plus in your personal life. It will increase stress, guys, making you overeat in the evening. This is studies show this. Research shows people who skip meals, they tend to eat more calories in the evening time. And so when you do this, not only are you eating more calories, which is going to make you gain weight, plus your stress level is still high, which makes your stomach get bigger. It makes it harder to burn fat when your cortisol is high. And guys, I'll say both men and women, you probably go understand this. Do you notice when you're extremely stressed, your libido starts to drop? Guys, do you notice when you stress for a prolonged period of time, your testosterone, you just don't have that get up and go. You just don't have that, guys say, I lack motivation. Low testosterone. Women, they lack the motivation. It's your hormones. It starts affecting your thyroids. When it affects your thyroid, it makes it harder to burn more fat. It slows down your metabolism. These are very important things that we can't get away from because we all human. And so what we have to do is we have to develop systems and structure to put in place so that way we're not finding ourselves getting up in age, 40s, 50s, 60s, gaining more and more weight, becoming more stressful to move around. Clothes don't fit the way we want them to. Plus, we're getting older, so we don't even have more energy. Not only is the weight making us tired, now it's aging us faster if you don't get the weight off. So it's really important that y'all pay attention to what I'm getting ready to share with you, okay? And so a couple of things around stress. I want you to think about it like this. If you have a car and that car is supposed to have, 93 gas? The top tier gas. I don't be looking. But whatever gas it is, the premium gas. But you're putting regular gas in there. That car could potentially still drive for a certain amount of miles, but it's going to start breaking down. And eventually, it's going to blow a head gasket, that engine. That's what's happening to people out here. They're putting poor nutrition in their body. The food that we eat is the fuel. If you don't have good fuel, you're going to feel tired all the time. Brain fog, lack of motivation, can't perform in the bedroom, can't perform in your career like you want to, can't show up for your family and the people that you really love and care about because of the fuel. It's not a I'm busy issue. I have a very demanding career issue. That's a nutrition issue. And when you don't have nutrition on point, it makes everything else harder, guys, which makes you more stressed. You're going to be more stressed because you're trying to work at an optimal level, because most people I help are go-getters. They're not trying to be average. They're not trying to be mediocre. You want to be high achievers. You're a high achiever, which means you're going above and beyond. And so if you're going above and beyond, but you have poor fuel in your body, what happens? You start getting high blood pressure. You start getting type 2 diabetes. This is how folks end up having strokes because they're trying to push physically, mentally, but they're not fueled properly. And so that stress manifests itself inside our body and cause these types of health issues. Okay? So it's very important to start prioritizing your nutrition. Guys, you don't have to work out like a bodybuilder. I know most of these trainers out here tell you, you got to work out 6-7 days a week. You got to do 2-a-day workouts. You got to do an hour plus of cardio. Guys, I have people in my coaching program dropping 40, 50, 60 pounds in 6 months, only working out for 45 to 60 minutes, 3-4 days a week. It's not about work ethic. Yeah, you got to have it, but it's not about work ethic, willpower. It's about eating smart, guys, if you want to look and feel your best. Okay? And so that's the first thing. You got to understand how to manage your stress. All right? Next thing is this. You got to drop body fat. Most people, when they reach out to me, they say their doctor says, hey, my BMI is too high. God, don't worry about BMI. Like most physicians and doctors, what they get paid to do is prescribe you medicine. And the ugly part about this is I talk to so many people on a daily basis. They say, yeah, I have high blood pressure. Yeah, I have type 2 diabetes. And I say, how long has that been going on? Some of them say months. Some of them say years. Like it's normal. You just didn't normalize trauma. Like, guys, that is not a good thing. And they say, oh, it's managed. And I say, exactly. That's all medication does. It manages the issue. It manages it. It doesn't fix the problem. And so if you have type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure and the doctor's going to put you on medication, but let's say you gain another 20 or 30 pounds. People have gone through this, gain more weight. They go back to the doctor. Now they have to take more medication. More, whatever it is they have to take. Whether it's from type 2 diabetes, from sleep apnea medication, to having to be on the CPAP machine. Because you're not focused on fixing the root problem. You're just managing it. But if you don't fix your lifestyle, your habits, these things get worse, guys. They get worse. And so if you want to get rid of belly fat, you want to boost your testosterone, and also ladies, if you want to slim down your waistline and get rid of the insulin resistance gut, you have to prioritize your eating habits. You don't even have to do abs. Like, you want to do them, but you don't even have to. Because as long as you drop your body fat, not focus on BMI, if you drop your body fat from what you're eating, this is the game. Guys, you want to be anywhere between 10 to 15% body fat year round. You're going to look your best and feel your best. Women, you want to be around, I say about 18 to about 22% body fat year round. All right. That's going to have you looking real nice and sexy in your clothes and in your birthday suit and on the beach and at the pool, whatever it is. Okay. Very important to get around that range. And so that way you look good, you feel good, and you are healthy. Critical, 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 critical. Okay? And so that visceral fat, whether you have the belly fat, the muffin top, whichever one it is visceral fat. And this type of fat wraps around our organs. And it can cause health issues like acid reflux, type 2 diabetes, sleep apnea, hypertension. And so if you're experiencing these types of things and you know you have a lot of belly fat, it's important to get rid of it. It's not just a vanity thing. This is a health thing, especially if you have people that love and care about you, that's dependent on you. You got to get rid of it, even if you don't care about looking good. Most people who rock with me, you do want to look good, but I'm just saying, you got people that love and care about you. You got to start thinking longevity. The type of people who get the best results in my program, of course, we all want to get fast results, but they're thinking long term. They're like, man, I want to be around for my babies. I want to be around when my babies graduate, when my grandbabies getting ready to graduate. I want to be able to be a good role model and example for the people I love and care about. These types of people typically do really well in my program. But the people who just focus on quick fix, they normally don't even make it to the calls with me because I can already see that's all they want, a quick fix. And I don't help those kind of folks. But anyway, it's important that you start managing, not managing, but fixing the issue, okay? Start eating the right foods, start eating more proteins, start eating more healthy fats, start eating more fibrous foods. I said this in another podcast. A lot of people are so focused on calorie and protein that a lot of people are starting to have like colon cancer these days because of the quality of foods they're eating, okay? And they're just eating a lot of protein, but not eating fiber. Guys, you got to have fiber in your diet. You got to be eating vegetables. You got to eat fruits. If you're not eating these types of fruits that have seeds in them, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, if you're not doing these things, you're going to have a hard time. Not just from just like a look standpoint, but an energy standpoint. So it's critical that you start focusing on foods that give you value, proteins, healthy fats, fibrous foods. All right. And then the last thing is this. A lot of trainers just want to give y'all like a meal plan, workout plan, and, you know, people tend to drop weight, but they tend to gain it back. And the reason they gain it back and they can't stick with it is because they're not focused on alignment. What I do differently as a coach and when I'm helping people, I'm building plans and creating plans that support their life. Because when you move in alignment with what works for you and it fits you, you're able to stick with it and get results and keep them. Like if you're doing diet, if you try to diet and they just had you eating chicken and broccoli every day, or they had you doing the 7-day-a-week workout plan. You started off strong, but then you fell off because you couldn't stick with it. That means you were out of alignment, guys. Okay? And so when you have a nutrition plan that is in alignment with the type of foods you like to eat, how many times a day do you like to eat? You know, how busy are you? Do you pretty much almost have to eat out on certain days? You have to go to these business meetings, these events, these conferences in different states and cities. And so you got to have something that's going to support your lifestyle, not just your goal, but your lifestyle. And if it supports one but not the other, it's out of alignment. It will lead to temporary results and disappointment. But when you have something that aligns with your goals, your schedule, and your future, like if you think to yourself, what do you want to be at a year from now? Or 5 years from now? Or even 10 years from now? Where you want to be at? Do you want to still be going? If you're dealing with health issues right now, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, sleep apnea, can barely sleep, stressed, clothes not fitting, you want to be going through these things a year from now, 5 years from now? Most people say no. And so you have to have a plan that aligns with your goals, your career, like your schedule, and your future. Your future you don't want to deal with none of them health issues. Don't want to deal with no low testosterone, no big stomach, visceral fat, muffin top, man boobs, whatever it is, you know? So it's important that you get your body fat as low as possible, guys. So that way you don't have to deal with your estrogen going up and you developing man boobs because you have too much body fat. Ladies, you have to get, I say about 18 to 22, 23% body fat. That way you're not dealing with the grandmama arms, the auntie arms, or the excess fat, and you don't want to take your clothes off around your partner. Guys, I know these are things that people won't say, but I know people go through them because I talk to people on a daily basis about them. And the worst thing to go through in life is, I feel like one of the worst things, it's not the only thing, but to be living in a body that you don't even recognize. You're like, man, I can't even believe this is my body, and you just hate it. I've spoken to people who literally hate the way their body looks. And it's not to say that you have to even hate the way your body looks, but wouldn't you like to know that some of y'all have these nice cars, Benzes, Bentleys, Corvettes, Cadillac trucks. You take really good care of those vehicles. Your body is your number one vehicle. Wouldn't you like to know that you take care of your body the same way you take care of your car and your portfolio and your home? Because all those things can burn down today and you can go make enough money to get it back. Your body break down, you better cross your fingers. You better cross your fingers, buddy. I'm telling you, a lot of people just don't have a perspective around what's most important. Because if I told you you can get $1 million, I'd give you $1 million today, but you die tomorrow. Or would you rather not get that $1 million today so that you can keep living? Whichever one you prefer, that lets you know your values. And so it lets you know that your health is super important. And so start prioritizing it. Start making sure you're eating right. Start making sure you're living right. That way you can get your hormones on point. That way you can start living well, but not living like you're just trying to survive. Because there's a lot of people out here trying to fake the funk. But deep down, they know their body breaking down. Deep down, they know they don't have the energy, physically or mentally. So start taking care of yourself. Other than that, we out of here. Let's get it. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.